The spring is here. We're really excited to get started. We just came back from a great road trip in Miami. It's kind of our preseason training trip, and at the end of the week, we get to play some individual matches without a team result, but we play together at the same time, so it has that team atmosphere against defending national champion Texas, multinational champion program in Georgia, and then every year, almost every year, NCAA participant in Miami. So competition was really strong out the gate. We could have, we all wanted to win a little bit more than we did this past weekend, but we haven't seen the guys for almost a month. With between the break before finals, Christmas break, they need a little downtime with their families. So we could have been a little sharper when you play these teams. If you're not 100% sharp, the gap gets a little wider, but the guys competed really well. And really exciting part, we had 4 guys that didn't see some regular playing time in the fall due to some injuries get a chance to play. So we had our full roster. We're very deep. We played a lot of different combinations and doubles, and we're going to have a great week of practice this week, and it was a great way to start the year to get ready for the dual match season this Saturday.
Questions, Brian?
Danny, when you say very deep, can you tell us a little bit about some of the young men you're counting on this year?
Yeah, we lost 2 players from last year's team, and one of those was a starter in our top 6, and we gained 3 true freshmen that all can see the starting 6, and we also got a player back from injury who was out for the entire season. So we essentially had 4 players, that are able to compete. So we're going to have a lot of different combinations. There's a great healthy rivalry, and I think practices have been very, very strong because of it. So we can really go 10 deep, and I can't say that we can honestly have done that, in the last year or two, because some guys just weren't ready. They were a little bit more in their developmental phase. But we have players that have been training, and I tell them all the time, we're going to need every single one of them. So we have some harder decisions to make as a coaching staff, but that's the fun part.
AJ?
What does it mean for the program to host the ITA Indoor Championship next month?
Well, it's tremendous. I think it shows that we're a national level program, first and foremost. We've had some success the last few years, and our program is continuing to grow. But I think it's a great way to showcase tennis in our community, to get people excited about the game of tennis. We don't have professional tennis in Wisconsin, so this will be a real preview of some collegiate players that are going to go on and have success professionally. And we're going to have the top 15 teams here in Madison duking it out for a true national championship. It's an ITA national championship, but it is a national championship that a lot of teams celebrate when they win it. So to have it here for the first time, since the 70s, when I was in school here, we got a chance to watch the women play in it, and it was awesome. I mean, the atmosphere was electric. The women have had the opportunity to host for a number of years, and so I always wished I got a chance to play in it when I was very jealous of the women's program. And so now it's it's going to be a real treat for our team, and to see that level, and that's another reason why we went to Miami, to see that level. And we know the gap isn't as wide as maybe the score sheet showed last weekend. But so we're really pumped to have that here.
Brian?
So how much are you involved in the preparation of this event, or do you just get to coach your club and let everybody else do the work?
The staff here does a tremendous job. They want me to just coach as much as I can. Of course, I'm involved, as needed, but it's really been a true team effort. It really starts from the top, and Maria Pienka, she's been around tennis, as a student athlete herself. So she played in this event, and so I think she definitely has been taking a big lead. And then it goes all the way up to Coach Alvarez, and listening to the needs of our program and the needs of our both tennis programs, and giving us that opportunity to host, because it is a large financial investment. It's a large a personnel investment. There's a lot of different pieces in play, and so it's a big undertaking. So I've been involved, but I'm very, very fortunate to have some really, really bright people around that can let me just coach, which is my favorite part of the day.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Tennis is kind of a team, individual sport, but what players are more of the team leaders for you guys out there?
We always look to our older guys. Chase Colton and Robert Krill, you can, if I told you what their personalities were, you could spot them within about 2 minutes of a dual match. They are loud, they're engaging, they're two energizers of the team, and they really are our vocal leaders. There's a lot of different ways to lead, but you need vocal guys to be the glue, and then everyone else really elevates their energy because of those couple guys. And it's almost always the older guys. Freshmen aren't going to come in and be the loudest guys in the locker room. They're not going to be the loudest guys on the court. They need to be shown how things are done. And but that's the beauty of college tennis. It really, the team aspect. It's a whole different environment, and the energy is going to go through the roof even starting this Saturday and from every practice from then on.
Brian?
When will you know the field for the ITA?
There's what's called basically there's a qualifying tournament, and it's kind of like a mini NCAA tournament. There's going to be 15 regionals around the country, teams of 4, and they will play off. And the winner of each regional will advance. So end of January, I think it's the last weekend in January, the Friday through Sunday weekend. That Sunday night, we'll know the entire field, and 2 weeks later, they will all be here in Madison.
And what are the expectations that you have for your squad, not just for the ITA, but this season, the entire season?
Well, the expectations are always to finish in the top tier in the Big Ten. We've been a top 4 team in the league, and if you're consistently in that range, you're contending for Big Ten championships. So, we have very high standards here, as we should. We came off a little bit of you don't want to say developmental year and rebuilding year. No one likes to say that, but when you look back, it probably was more of that than anything else. With only one senior in the top 6, we have that again, but we're a little older at every other position, which helps. And then we have a really, really strong freshman class that we're excited about. So we want to make the tournament. We think we have the talent to make the tournament. We think we could be a top 25 program. There's no excuse why we can't. We need to execute when the time is right. It's not an ability thing. It's just maybe right now, last weekend showed, okay, we're not as comfortable as maybe a top 5 team coming through in those important moments. And that's kind of normal. Some of these guys haven't played teams like this yet. So, but expectations are high. We don't want to just be a good host for the rest of the country, and give them their nice gift and give them a nice weekend in our great facility. But we're hosting to win. We play really well at home, and our doubles play is really, really strong at home. And that's where the energy of the team comes out, is in the doubles play. So we want to take charge in that first doubles point.